Hey guys, MTU Collector here with another set of videos, and here we have the Hasbro Marvel Legends series Avengers video game wave Abomination Build-A-Figure. The Abomination is, of course, a GamerVerse video game figure. Here, I'm going in reverse order, so we're going to start with the comic figures, and we are starting with Leader, and you can see he has no accessories, but he does come with one of the legs for Abomination. We got a Marvel logo there, Marvel logo up top, Build-A-Figure Abomination, side artwork looking awesome of the comic there as well. We don't have a promo image of the figure like in some waves we have. Again, I'm going in reverse order, so Leader, Rage, Mach 1, mar-vell, Miss Marvel, Iron Man, Captain America into the Abomination Build-A-Figure. The bio for Leader reads, Marvel's Leader, gamma radiation turned Samuel Stearns into the hyper-intelligent menace, the Leader. So, really awesome. Can't wait to get him. So we'll open him up. Okay, and here is the Leader figure out of the package, and he is looking pretty good. Actually, it's a body that we've seen used a couple of times. It's the same as Mr. Fantastic, so we have the Pizza Spidey legs, and then a different upper torso. But he does come with the leg to the Abomination. So just to give you a little preview, now here's the previous Build-A-Figure, and you can see that this leg goes all the way up to the waist of the previous one. So this Build-A-Figure is going to be quite large, and they're for the most part the same color. I guess it's a little bit lighter on that one. So we'll get to that a little bit later on, but let's take a closer look at Leader. Okay, here's an up-close look at Samuel Stearns' Leader, and that head sculpt is awesome. Hasbro did a great job here because the face looks very realistic, and then you just get the enlarged head, and it all looks really good. It basically got slick black hair, but comes off looking really nice. The paint apps on the eyebrows and the goatee are very nice. The eyes are done nice and clean. All around just looks really, really good. Really like the way that came out looking. Now for the rest of the figure, the paint apps are pretty good. It's a little spotty when it comes to the forearms here because the yellow's painted over the orange. So there's a couple of spots where it looks like it's just kind of fading on through. But overall, not really an issue. Even down here on the legs with the calves, that's not an issue as well. So pretty plain. You know, we get this yellow waistband right here. It is kind of floating around. It's just done in a yellow plastic, and then these harness pieces are just in the soft plastic as well, and it's just on top of the figure. It's not something that you could really remove. If you really heat it up, maybe you could get it off without having to cut it or anything like that. But I would be careful with that. And again, this is the same body that we've seen used with like Mr. Fantastic. Same exact body. Okay, now let's see Leader's articulation. Okay, so for the Leader's articulation, he can look all the way down, he can look all the way up, so that works out quite well. You get some pivot going on in there. Of course, you get full rotation. The shoulders can go up that high, so that is really good. You get a full rotation, of course. Upper bicep swivel there. You get double jointed elbows, and let's try and get that second bend in there. So you can get the elbow to bend that much, which is really good. You get a wrist swivel, and they do have the hinge. It is the same on both. They're just kind of open holding hands on both of these hands. You get an ab crunch. You can crunch them down forward that much, crunch them going back that much. You get a waist swivel in there. That floating belt you can kind of just adjust as needed. Legs go out that far apart. He can kick forward that much. Can go back a little bit. You get upper thigh cut there. Double jointed knee, which works quite well. No calf swivel or anything. Foot hinges down, hinges up quite a bit, ankle pivot, and peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So pretty standard articulation for the Leader. Nothing to complain about, but nothing that's, you know, above and beyond what we've seen. Okay, for some size comparisons, first up here is Leader next to the Marvel Legends Stan Lee figure. And next up is the Abomination Build-A-Figure from a few years ago and one of the Captain America waves, Leader next to Abomination. You can see Abomination is quite larger, but just wait, the 80th anniversary Hulk, even bigger. Hulk and the Leader, you can see that there is a huge size difference between the two. My apologies, I do not have the old Toy Biz 2-pack to show you the old Toy Biz Leader figure, which I believe is the only other Legend style figure for Leader. It's taken this long to finally get a new one, an updated one, and I think Hasbro did a really good job. He's pretty plain and basic. You know, he has a bright orange, bright yellow, but I think the head sculpt looks really good. Now, there's a couple different looks for Leader on how his head, you know, the large portion of his head can kind of go into two bulbs, and somebody on Instagram commented the scrotum head version Maybe Hasbro will do that later on. Who knows? But I think this one actually does look really good, especially next to the Hulk figure. Came out looking great. Okay, and then my final thoughts on the leader figure. I think this is a very good update from the Toy Biz one. Just looking at images, I'm just not a big fan of Toy Biz figures overall. Yes, they had some good ones, but for the most part, none of them really held up well in time. And aesthetically, they kind of look proportionally odd. So, in my opinion, Hasbro just is always going to really win for me. We could debate it all day long, paint apps, whatever. I just prefer my figures to be Hasbro. That's why I don't have any Toy Biz ones. So, I think this is a great addition to any collection. I think the Wave is going to be a tough one. A lot of folks are going to tend to shy away from the GamerVerse figures. I'm a fan, even though the Wave, in my opinion, is just okay. This one might be kind of the most sought after from the Wave, and it is a really good one. Thank you, Anthony, for picking this Wave up for me. They are starting to hit Walmarts now. I don't necessarily encourage you guys to all go and run and hunt for these figures, but if you are at Walmart picking up your essentials, maybe you'll find it. But there it is. You guys let me know down in the comments below what you think of this figure. Are you picking it up? Is it a letdown compared to the Toy Biz one? I'm curious. You guys let me know. If you guys liked the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.